are being pulled into the spotlight. Gus's devastated family remain stoic and are cooperating with the police investigation.
You can imagine just how they're feeling, without having Gus and without having answers as to exactly where Gus is and what's happened to him. This would be traumatic for any family.
It's understood that Shannon and Josie inherited Oak Park Station from Shannon's side of the family. Her father, Vincent, was a World War II hero who was a prisoner of war on the Thai-Burma Railway, and her mother was Claire. Grandparent Josie also happens to be transgender. Josie, who was formerly known as Robert, appeared to begin her gender transition after the death of Vincent Pfeiffer, Shannon's father. The town has been accepting of her choice, according to a Yunta source who I spoke to recently. It is unclear if Josie and Shannon's marriage is still intact after her transition, but they do still live together here at the homestead. The family is incredibly private and actually took them 6 whole days to release a photo of little Gus after he went missing, which they were criticised for on social media. Gus's mother Jessica, whose own long blonde curly hair is very similar to that of her son's, also lives here on the homestead together with her 1-year-old son Ronnie. Gus's father, Joshua Lamont, lives separately to the family and does not live here on the station. Instead, he lives in Ballaley North near Jamestown, which is around a 2-hour drive away. Joshua is said to have a commuter relationship with his partner Jess. We understand that he travels between his home in Ballaley North and the homestead here, but the word among sources in the region that are close with Joshua say that he doesn't quite get on with his parent-in-law, Josie. It's understood that Josh only found out that his son was missing after police woke him up at his Ballaley North farmhouse hours after Gus had gone missing. I spoke to Gus's grandparent Josie last week, who said, "We're still looking for him. You can't help. We are still dealing with this." Around 5:30 p.m. on September 27, Gus's grandmother came outside to find him missing from the sandpit that he'd been playing with out the front of the homestead. With the sun starting to sink, concern quickly turned to panic. For the next 3 hours, the family frantically searched around the homestead and the property. They were shouting Gus's name into the twilight, but soon enough they realised they needed to call the police. A major search ensued, involving police, helicopters, drones, and even police diving squads who searched the local dams. For a week, investigators scoured the massive Oak Park Station, which is around 150,000 acres of sheep farming land. Every morning, convoys of trucks negotiated the 43-kilometre drive, bringing visitors from the outskirts of the windswept local town, Yunta, which boasts 2 petrol stations, a pub, a post office and a police station. It has an official population of around 60. They would then scour the rocky landscape, salt bushes and creek beds that all combine to make it all too easy for a small child like Gus to disappear. A footprint found after 3 days is the nearest police have come to finding out what happened to Gus, and even that footprint may have been discounted by police since then. Police said it showed a very similar boot pattern to the pair he'd been wearing, along with a blue long-sleeved Minions t-shirt and a grey sun hat. Yet an Aboriginal tracker concluded that it could have been there for a week before the night Gus went missing. In the absence of any further footprints, the trail went dead. No further leads have emerged, and police have admitted that this is more of a recovery operation than a rescue operation. The focus has been on locating remains, and now the search is back on. For now, we don't know if the little boy in the blue Minions t-shirt will ever be found. In a sick twist, psychics are exploiting the disappearance of a 4-year-old boy by posting videos on social media claiming to use their gifts to find the missing child. Meanwhile, a false claim featuring an AI-generated image, which was shared more than 24,000 times on social media, alleged eyewitnesses had seen a boy matching Gus's description with a man. So where is little Gus? While dingoes, a wild dog here in Australia, have been blamed in the past for disappearances of small children, that is extremely unlikely in this case. There are precious few in the land around Yunta, since sheep farmers tend to shoot them on sight. The region is also protected by a 1,600-mile dog fence designed to safeguard livestock. Crocodiles, which inhabit the north of Australia, are not found in the south. Gus is too big to have been taken by an eagle, and if he was found by a wild pig, there almost certainly would have been evidence of a struggle. Police divers have searched every pond and water tank in the area, although some think Gus may have fallen into a well or a mine, but none have been found within several miles of the property. There are precious few naturally occurring sources of food out here, which is why experts think it's very unlikely that a little boy would have been able to survive this long in the outback. So while the mystery of Gus Lamont's disappearance is yet to be solved, chances are that the little boy who was wearing a Minions t-shirt with his adorable curly blonde hair will be found safe and well are fading each and every day.